the girl unexpectedly discovered a small car submerged in the water. She decided to drag it ashore to check its condition. As you can see, the water had almost completely covered the vehicle, leaving very little visible above the surface. To pull it out, she had to use a different approach. Xiaomei brought over a winch and slowly reeled in the rope, carefully dragging the car toward the shore. Once the vehicle emerged, its exterior condition looked surprisingly good. If repaired properly, it might even be able to return to the road. However, the car had been submerged for a very long time. Fish had already made their way inside, and there was a large amount of water trapped in the cabin. Before anything else, she had to drain the water completely. While checking the interior, she even managed to catch quite a few fish hiding inside. She then inspected the trunk and carefully checked the entire vehicle. Fortunately, no major parts were missing. After confirming this, she began washing the car thoroughly. Many people might ask, is a car that has been soaked in water even worth repairing? After all, water can damage countless components, and problems could appear at any time. But since she found the car by the river, there was no purchase cost at all. If it could be repaired and used, it would make her future travel much more convenient. Xiaomei started by dismantling the interior and draining all remaining water. Next, she washed the car inside and out. At the very least, this would remove the fishy smell. After cleaning, the car looked much newer, although some areas showed light rust. Thankfully, none of it was serious. After cleaning, she inflated the tires and pushed the car back to her repair shop. The removed floor mats were also washed carefully to save repair costs through reuse. Since it was a flood-damaged vehicle, the car needed to be fully dried, and the engine had to be removed for inspection. Luckily, Xiaomei had professional tools. She lifted the car using airbags and crawled underneath to begin repairs. The paint was polished and sanded, then prepared for repainting. Since the car was recovered from a river, she decided to completely change the paint color. After repainting, polishing, and buffing, the paint surface became firm and glossy. At first glance, the car now looked almost brand new. The headlights were also polished until they were crystal clear, and the exterior reached near new condition. Next came the most critical part, the engine. After disassembly, she found no water inside the engine, which meant the car had stalled before falling into the water. This was great news. She performed maintenance on both the engine and transmission. Since there was no serious damage, the components were dried and reinstalled. For a professional mechanic like Xiaomei, this process wasn't too complicated. Once all bolts were secured, the engine maintenance was complete. The engine was then hoisted back into place. Pipes, wiring, and connectors were carefully reattached. Fuel and engine oil were added, and after the repairs, the car started normally. Finally, new seats were installed, the interior was reassembled, and the suspension was checked. Once all components were secured, the car returned to its best condition. The next step was a road test, and the results were impressive. Judging from the interior alone, you would never believe this was once a flood-damaged car. So what do you think? Was this car worth repairing? And how would you rate Xiaomei's work? Give her a score from 1 to 10 in the comments.